Hey you guys, it's Casey and I'm back with another video. My loves, my amazing subscribers. It's that time of the year again. She's ageless, she's reoccurring, she comes second only to Vlogmas. It's back to school. Now on YouTube, back to school has always been one of my favorite times of the year. I love the videos. I've always watched makeup tutorials. I've always watched supplies hauls, clothing hauls, all of it. And in middle school, I always watched High School Advice. I don't know why in 7th grade I was so concerned about my senior year, but I was. And now you can be too. And being that I've loved this content since the time I could press the YouTube button, it's only my duty to create my own. So this is Casey's 2022, this is Casey's 2023 to 2024 high school advice video. Now you guys, I'm still in utter distraught to think that I'm going into my senior year of high school. 2 days ago, I was stressing about my 5th grade outfit. But you know, high school has been a big journey. I've learned so much about myself. Like, it's crazy to think who I am today versus the person I came in freshman year. And one thing that I always did, like summer going into freshman year, I look back at 8th grade me, I was like, what was that? Weirdo, ugly, I need to change. Summer going to sophomore year, I look back at freshman year, oh, I thought I was eating? No, I need to change. Junior year, after sophomore year, I looked at myself, I was like, I need to change. And this junior year, I really thought I was up, like this is gonna be my best school year. No, as soon as I left those halls, I rethought about everything I did my junior year. No, junior year me was not that girl. And you know, maybe senior year me will be, but we'll have to see. But from all of those experiences, I've learned a lot and I have to just pass on my knowledge into you guys. My main goal of making this video is to make sure that you guys don't end up like me. I've made a fair amount of mistakes through high school and I really do not want y'all to do that too. And that's why y'all need to follow this advice. So get a notebook, get a pen, get a drink, get a snack, and listen up. My #1 advice that I can give to anyone is to show confidence. My freshman year, I was shy and timid and kind of scared, quietish. I knew who I wanted to be, but I was just too scared to be her. It wasn't until I say my 2nd semester of sophomore year where some stuff happened and I finally felt like I could be me, and I started to be me. You have to understand that you are you. You are gonna be with yourself until you die. You're the only person that you have to be with your whole life. And to me, I'll be kind of annoyed if I had to drag along a person that I didn't like. So the only option is to like yourself. And when I say show confidence, showing confidence doesn't mean being delusional, you know? I'm not sitting here being like, I'm the 10 out of 10 in the school, I'm the best, I'm literally her. No. For me, showing confidence is knowing that I have things to offer intellectually, and through my actions, I have things to offer my peers and the school, and I know that I deserve a seat at the table, you know what I mean? I know that I deserve to have friends who love me. I know that I'm a good person, and to believe that makes me feel more confident. And I didn't realize that it was confident, because you could think confidence could come off as maybe cockiness, but no, just being sure in yourself that you know you are a good person is a good thing, unless you aren't. Then I don't know what to tell you. So show confidence in yourself and vouch for yourself, if that makes sense. So yeah. #2, this is mainly for my freshmen. You will make friends. Don't stress about it. You will make friends. Personally, I came into high school with no friends because my 8th grade year I moved to a different school, then COVID hit, had no friends in the new school district, and luckily I was going to a tiny school where nobody really bought friends. So, but even at that, all of the friends I have outside of school, or even in school, they came into high school with a certain group of friends, and like it's almost guaranteed that you're not leaving high school with your same friend group. Maybe if you have one friend, if it's your best friend from 4th grade and you know you're gonna stick through, then yeah. If you have a friend group I'm guaranteed your senior friend group and your freshman friend group aren't gonna mirror, you know what I mean? But you will make friends. That's like a guaranteed thing. Everybody's looking for friends. Nobody thinks that they have their friends set, and I'm sure that you will make friends. And if you're struggling with that, I'll say join clubs, join things that you're passionate about, if that makes sense, and the friends will come. I'm sure of it. But obviously, like, don't sit alone, closeted, and be afraid to talk to people. As I said, be confident in yourself and just talk, and eventually you'll meet that someone, you know what I mean? You'll make friends, don't worry about it. Third thing, be yourself. Now this is gonna be short. It's kind of like the confidence thing, but when you are making those friends, make sure that you be yourself. If you be yourself fully, you'll attract people you want. I know freshman year, I feel like I wasn't fully myself, and I was friends with some people and I'll act like a certain way, and like those people may make fun of you, and that's not good. Be comfortable with who you are. You'll attract the people you want. You'll feel free. Like, nobody wants to feel like they have to put on an identity when they wake up in the morning, you know? You want to be able to go to school and just feel like you can be yourself, and it's less stress having to put on that thing, you know? So be yourself. You are perfect the way you are, so yeah, just be yourself. Fourth thing, do not stress over minor inconveniences. I cannot tell y'all how many times I've sat in my room upset about the smallest things. It doesn't matter. You have to remember, high school is just school. In high school, you're only 14 through 18 years old. There's no reason you should be in shambles over Becky not liking you. You know what I mean? You have to remember, like, nothing is ever that deep. Like, nothing is ever that deep. I understand if, like, you didn't do as good as you thought you would do on a test and you're upset about it. That's okay. Be upset about it, but bounce back. Of course, like, best friend drama or friend drama, that can hurt. But like, if it's like random Stu doesn't like you simply because you look weird, you shouldn't care, you know what I mean? Don't stress over those things. As I say, be confident, know yourself, and know what you deserve. It really will make you happier if you don't stress over little things. High school is stressful enough with like classwork and tests and You don't need to be adding extra stress to your life, you know what I mean? That also comes with when things is going around. I'm telling you, there's nothing that can happen at school that can make you like sobbing. There's no need. There's no need. Come on, lock in. But yeah, now I'm gonna go into crushes. Love life. Now you guys, as much as I want to talk about crushes and stuff, like, that's something I'm still navigating. You know, I've been single for almost 18 years now, but I can tell you, as much as I haven't had a boyfriend or had a relationship, I've had a good amount of crushes. And I can tell you, they are the biggest waste of your time. Like, the amount of time I've wasted thinking and stressing and crying even about stupid crushes. Of course, I'm not saying don't have a crush, because yeah, crushes are fun. Like, what can I say? That's why I have them. But if you find yourself actually in detrimental shape simply because somebody doesn't like you, then that probably isn't healthy, you know? So as I was saying, don't stress over minor inconveniences, and the biggest inconvenience you can stress about is somebody not liking you. You can't control that. You can't control if somebody likes you. A crush is something that, it's fun, but it shouldn't be something that you're worried about, you know? When it comes to shooting your shot, it's all about being realistic. Like, I want to be like, yeah, shoot your shot, go for it. You miss all the shots you don't take, but you know, I'm not gonna go for 6'5", light-skinned, curly-haired Johnny just because, you know, I can miss my shot. No, Johnny's not gonna want me. Sorry. But one thing is, if you like someone, make sure you actually like them. Everybody talks about dating in high school, and like, sometimes I'll feel okay about not having a relationship. Then I'll watch To All the Boys I've Loved Before and I'm like in shambles because I'm missing my high school dating years. But as much as like, yeah, people say you come to school for your studies, you also come to school for your friends. And if you have people who already like you and accept you, there's no reason to stress about somebody who doesn't. Crushes are a very fun thing, but they should never be something that stresses you out. And trust me, it really saves her. It really does. Now, nobody can control your feelings, so I can't say and be like, don't have a crush, because you don't control that. But the main thing is, when you have a crush, guard your heart, guard yourself, protect yourself, and tread lightly. you know? If you believe you can bag, go for it, 100%. Because as much as I say these things and say protect yourself, as I said, don't stress over minor inconveniences. If you really think you can bag light skin curly hair Johnny, shoot your shot. Because even if he says, ugh, Casey, no, that's okay. You know, from this I'm saying shoot your shot. You never know what can happen. If you're watching my channel, then obviously you're a 10 out of 10. You can bag easily. But you know, some people are just like idiots. So have crushes, it's definitely fun. Don't have a crush to the point where it can hurt you. And when it comes to shooting your shot, go for it realistically. Now we're gonna move on to more academic useful advice. Stay organized. Ooh, girl, you don't understand how many of my issues have come from me not being organized. It's really the simple things, as much as having a binder, having dividers, you know, keeping your backpack clean and keeping your desk at home clean. If a planner works for you, go for it. If you find yourself more so being an online planner person, go for it. But stay organized. That goes into me saying plan your time. My biggest mistake these past few years is not being organized and planning my time. So many assignments would have been way better if I had just sat down and thought, okay, I'm gonna do this and do that at this time. Plan your time, stay organized. Do not overwork. So many people I've seen get burnt out by overworking. It's not worth it. This goes into planning your time. As much as you need to study and you need to make sure you're ready for that test, you need to sleep. You need to rest. That's how humans work. You need rest in order to perform well. So rest. Take care of yourself. Pay attention in class. I'm telling you, 99% of the things that I was confused about during the semester is simply because I wasn't awake during that unit. And you know, I hate when people are like, Casey, how can you fall asleep in class? Casey, like, I could never do that. I don't control where I fall asleep, and I'm not saying don't do that. I'm telling you, all of these things I'm telling you is from my mistakes. That's what I'm saying. Do not overwork. Rest. So if you rest, you won't fall asleep the next day and you won't not listen to the information, so the next test you won't be confused, you know? And of course, it's not just sleeping. Sometimes you're distracted. Trust me, my friends and I get distracted in class and it's not okay. But you just have to make sure that you're paying attention. There's time to work, and there's time to interact, and there's time to listen. And all of them need to be taken care of. And when you're listening, take notes. Write them down. And as much as sometimes you're like, I don't need notes, I don't need this. No, take notes, because you're better off with more notes than less. You know what I mean? And if you struggle with paying attention or listening, like maybe you just drift off, I recommend recording the lesson. I did that in my biology class freshman year, and I remember it actually worked. So that's a tip. Be kind to your teachers. Now, having bad blood with a teacher is like the worst thing you can do. They're the people who control your grade. And you want to cause harm. You want to cause issues. What good does that do you? I understand that sometimes teachers just aren't it. Teachers are just annoying. Personally, I don't have anything to complain about my teachers. But just making sure you keep a good relationship with them could do you so much better than if you like are rude and disrespectful. And like, we all know those kids in middle school that used to yell at the teacher, just cause a ruckus for no reason. You're just like, bro, stop. Don't be that, because your teachers won't like you. And it's even just like simply asking questions. Even if you don't like asking questions, just if you see them in the hallway, say, hi, Miss blah blah blah, how's your day? Cute conversation. Just be kind, you know, be sweet. Being kind can get you a long way. I'm telling you. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. My sophomore year, looking back at my freshman year self, I looked at myself, I was like, oh, same thing half of junior year. And then eventually, closer to the end of my junior year, I looked back at myself and like, there's some things that freshman year me did that I'm really proud of, and that I feel like I would like to implement in senior year me, you know? We all make mistakes. We're all growing up. We're literally teenagers. This is like our growing era. So there's no reason to look back at yourself and be angry at yourself for something you did. That's something I had to learn. Nowadays, when I look back at myself, even if I did something wrong or there's something that I'm not really proud of, I can look at the situation and I can understand why I did that. Because as much as it's like, ugh, why did I cry over Billy Bob? Because you liked Billy Bob, you know? Give yourself some grace. We all make mistakes. We live, we learn, we're teenagers. No matter what, you can't go back and change what happened. So just accept it, be kind to yourself, move on, and just don't make the mistake again, you know? And the final advice I can give you is protect your peace. anything you do, protect your peace. There's so many things going on. This is a really hard time. Making sure that you're at least doing everything you can do to be peaceful is the best thing you can do. In my opinion, protecting your peace is the easiest yet hardest thing you can do. Sometimes you have to make hard decisions. Sometimes you might have to hurt people's feelings, but you have to understand that you have to prioritize yourself. Now, that doesn't mean be mean to people, be rude, but if someone or something isn't making you happy and genuinely is just hurting you, even though you can try again, sometimes you just have to let them go. And it sucks, but it's high school and you're already learning about yourself. You don't have time to be trying to learn about others, you know? But keeping the peace, whether it's just with yourself or just with the people around you, is the best thing you can do. For senior year, I'm going in and I don't want any issues. I don't want problems. And I've talked to so many of my friends and we're all really just done, you know? There's already too much to be worrying about. You shouldn't be worrying about small things or letting small things bother you and hurt you. So that's my advice. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. High school is only 4 years of your life, so don't stress, don't worry. My freshmen, you'll be okay. Like, genuinely. Middle school was way worse. If you got through middle school, you can get through high school. Trust me, middle school is way worse. So I'm kind of sad that my high school years are coming to an end, but trust me, I'm ready to be out, you know? Senioritis, I can already feel it creeping in. It's gonna be a tough one, but my seniors will get through it. Anyways, don't forget you can subscribe, like. If you stay to the end of this video, comment the book emoji, because back to school, you know? All of my social medias are at Casey Pakali. You can follow them there. This school year, I promise you I'll be consistent. Love you guys. Bye.